right, we have an absolutely loaded broadcast for you here today on this Friday, July 6th, 2018. I had to check with the crew today to see if this was a record for most news I've ever had on the desk to go into a broadcast here. They said, nope, sorry, not quite, but maybe top 3. But before I get into any of the news, whether it be the record jobs numbers, the now documented list of all of the times the left has called for and incited violence here in America, I want to go to this clip of Brian Stelter. He went on as a guest on some other podcast talk show. And it's really incredible, the layers of propaganda that we're going to reveal here from Brian Stelter. So without further ado, let's go to CNN's own Pennywise Stelter.
Why is this a moment that we should be so concerned about? Because the most powerful people in the world are trying to destroy our news organizations. The president is trying to destroy our news organizations.
All right, pause it right there. So I'm going to have to break this down layer by layer. Usually I can come on here and just respond to these in real time. I actually took notes. This propaganda is so thick. I actually took notes to respond to this one. So 2 layers here. First, he says that Trump is trying to destroy our news organizations. Okay, well, what's the truth here? It's the news organizations like CNN that are trying to destroy Trump. I mean, I don't think I have to explain that. It's the news organizations that have been trying to destroy the truth in America for decades. I don't think I need to explain that. But you notice how he keeps saying our news organizations, our news organizations. Well, CNN is failing in the ratings. ABC, NBC, CBS News, nobody watches anymore. But who's our, Brian? You keep saying our. Well, who runs CNN? Who owns CNN? Who are CNN sponsors? That's whose news Brian is talking about. There is no our. It's just theirs. And they have an agenda, and it has nothing to do with truth. Okay, so there's the first 2 layers of propaganda. Let's go back to Stelter.
The American people, still a subset of the American people that has been infected by the poison. It is getting worse every day, and we're going to reckon with the consequences for decades.
Pause right there. So he says President Trump is poisoning the American people, and that a subset of the American people are affected by the poison, and it's getting worse every day. And we've been dealing with it for decades. Okay, let's break this down. No, it's the media and the news that's been poisoning the people. Not just news media. I mean, look at Hollywood entertainment and all the garbage that goes on with that and the sex and the violence. So it's the media that's been poisoning the people, and it's CNN that's affecting those people, and it's their minions that get worse every day. Just look at Maxine Waters, look at Nancy Pelosi, look at the protesters in the streets. They're the ones that are getting worse. And he says dealing with it for decades. No, that's what we've been dealing with from you. That's why these people are so stupid. That's why if I go to a Trump protest and I stick a microphone in any other faces and say, what are you doing here? They have no idea except racist. So again, here's Brian Stelter twisting reality, mirroring reality, and then feeding you propaganda. Let's go back.
I wake up glass half full a lot of days, and I think Trump's pretty weak right now, and we're going to get through this. It's not
right, pause it right there. So now he's talking about the depression of being a Trump hater because they keep losing. So they're going through this depression, and he says, let's just go back for a second time. Just go back.
I wake up and I think, how are we going to win people back? Every single day he's beating the you-know-what out of the press. Not just CNN, but many, many outlets, harring the nation's news media, along with other institutions. I find myself wondering in 20 years when we look back, well, we think this was an emergency. Why didn't we step up and say this is an emergency? Now, many of us do call it a crisis, right? There's a crisis of credibility.
It was an emergency, huh? It was an emergency. It was an emergency, potato head. It was an emergency, potato head. So there's Brian Stelter just lying. I mean, this guy can't even tell the truth. He couldn't give you reality if it hit you in the face. News, and more news today on this Friday, July 6, 2018 version of The War Room. Leo Zagami will be my guest as well. Roger Stone joins me in the 2nd hour, and then Shiva Ivy-Ray, running against Elizabeth Warren, will join me in the 3rd hour. But I have no time to waste. So I am just going to get right into this news. Let's start with this little stat right here. Now, in case you haven't heard, America is winning. Big time. This is my stat of America is winning news. Let's start with Donald Trump on Twitter today. Just won a lawsuit filed by the DNC and a bunch of Democrat crazies trying to claim the Trump campaign and others, his family and his associates, colluded with Russia. They haven't figured out that this was an excuse for them losing the election. So the DNC sues Trump and loses. Ouch. Another loser for the Democrats. How about this one, guys? You can roll clip 15 as B-roll while I talk about this. Texas mom shoots man trying to take car with her kids inside at a gas station in Dallas. This is quite an example as to why it is important to protect yourself with a firearm. Here is a mother at a gas station, leaves her kid in the car while she's running inside, and a criminal and a thief tries to steal her car. She pulls out her firearm, shoots him. Crisis averted. Thank God for giving us the right to firearms. Thank you, God, for giving us that right. That is a right given to us by God, not the government, by God. So this woman, Michelle Booker Hicks, was able to save her family by knowing how to own and operate a firearm. Good for her. Here's more victories for Americans. U.S. Navy. No sign of Iranian harassment of American warships in 2018. Well, let's go back here. In 2015, the Navy said there were 22 incidents of harassment from Iran. In 2016, 36 incidents of harassment from Iran. In 2017, it took a sharp turn down to 14 incidents of harassment from Iran. And so far in 2018, 0 instances of harassment on the U.S. Navy by Iran. Thank you, President Trump. Another victory for America. Record number of employed Americans in June. This is the 10th record for Trump. The jobs numbers just came out for June. They are gangbusters. It's now reached a threshold where there's more jobs than people willing to work. Incredible jobs numbers. Wait till the new GDP numbers come out, folks. It is going to be huge. But don't let that stop Nancy Pelosi, who releases her official statement on the jobs numbers. This is pathetic. June jobs numbers show what is at stake from the brewing storm of rising health costs. No. Spiraling trade uncertainty. No. Fair trade. And an economy being hollowed out to enrich big corporations and the wealthiest 1%. Oh, really, Nancy? That's been going on for years. You said nothing. The only one who ever said anything was Bernie Sanders, to his credit. 6 months after receiving their windfall from the GOP tax scam for the rich. See, she doesn't understand when she says things like this. The people out there that are benefiting from this, the middle class and lower class Americans, just hate her for it. And so basically she releases this statement saying that tax cuts, as she said before, just breadcrumbs, no big deal. It's all a scam. That's right, you out there getting a better job, getting higher wages, getting that bonus, getting that tax cut. It's all a scam. It's not real. I'm Nancy Pelosi. I hate the American people. I want them to all suffer and be poor. That's just Nancy Pelosi's official statement on the jobs. Okay, that was my stack of victory news. Let's now shift gears here. Now, they say that we're fake news here at Infowars, but if you follow us, you actually know that we're tomorrow's news today. Now, who told you first? Who told you mere hours after Alexandria Cortez was elected that the Democrats are now shifting to socialists? Well, that was Infowars. That was right here in the War Room. And now they've made it official. Socialist candidates are the future of our party, says the Democrat chairman, Tom Perez. Saw this coming from a mile away, folks. So DNC chairman Tom Perez, who just lost the lawsuit against Trump, loser, now says that the socialist candidates are the future of the Democrat Party. Once again, Infowars told you this before everyone else. We are tomorrow's news today. Now, this story from the Politico, again, proves we are tomorrow's news today. Headline reads, hey, Democrats, fighting fair is for suckers. Now, you won't believe what they say in this article in Politico. They say the Democrats now need to have illegal immigrants voting. I mean, they're basically saying all illegitimate practices to win back power in the United States is what the Democrats need to do now. They need to play unfair. It's all in the story. Hey, Democrats fighting fair is for suckers. So they want to cheat on elections. They want to get violent in the streets. They want to terrorize people and intimidate people out of their right to free speech and out of their views in politics. And they're not admitting it. They want to have illegals voting. It's all in the story from Politico. It's everything we told you. It's everything we told you. So the Democrats are now so desperate, they're just openly saying we need to break the rules to win elections. Again, good luck. See how that sells. It doesn't. It doesn't. How about this one? Memos detail FBI's hurry the F up pressure to pro-Trump campaign. So now, newly revealed memos show that FBI agents, including Peter Strzok, were sending emails and text saying they need to hurry up with the probe so that they can get things moving before the election. So they wanted to use this to stop Trump from getting elected. Unfortunately, it was too late by the time they realized to do that. And so then they turned it into a FISA warrant to spy on Trump to then try to make his election illegitimate. So what more proof do you need that the FBI, the DOJ, the CIA, and the White House under Barack Obama were all colluding with Hillary Clinton to keep Trump out of office and put Hillary Clinton in? They cut secret deals to let Hillary walk with the email investigation. They used a fake document paid for by Hillary Clinton to start a spy campaign on President Trump, and they then used that spy campaign started with a fake document paid for by Hillary Clinton to start a probe into President Trump and his associates for quote-unquote Russian collusion. And it all started because the Democrat Party, the White House, the DOJ, the CIA, and the FBI didn't want Trump to win, didn't want the American people to have a fair election, and they wanted Hillary Clinton to get away with breaking the law so she could be president. And it's all been blown wide open, wide open. And one man that is part of that, I give a big salute to today, Tom Fitton, celebrating 20 years at Judicial Watch this week. When I began working at Judicial Watch 20 years ago, Hillary Clinton was under criminal investigation for stealing and hiding documents showing potential criminal misconduct. Boy, 20 years later, Tom Fitton still doing great work at Judicial Watch, and Hillary Clinton still being investigated for high crimes. Amazing. 20 years, and Hillary Clinton is still getting away with high crimes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to go to the next level right now. You won't even believe it. We need your support at InfoWarsStore.com. I was talking to Alex before the show today. He's really ready to launch things to the next level, even beyond what we were planning on doing originally. But we need your support at InfoWarsStore.com. So just understand, when you go to InfoWarsStore.com and you buy the new t-shirt, Reelect 45, when you buy the Super Blue Fluoride Free Toothpaste 50% off, when you take advantage of the 50% off and free shipping store-wide, with popular items like Brain Force Plus, Super Male, and Super Female Vitality, your support, your financial support at InfoWarsStore.com goes to hiring more people. We want to have a presence out there beyond just Austin, folks, on the streets, but we need your support at InfoWarsStore.com to do it. Welcome back to the War Room. I'm now going to get into my stack of laughing at liberals news, followed by a what in the hell is going on in California news. Probably something to do with liberalism. But let's get into laughing at liberals news here. Yes, folks. Yes, you are not going to believe this headline, but I promise you, it is real. I stopped going to the gym because of Trump. Now I can't open jars. That is from Bridget Delaney at The Guardian. Yeah. I stopped going to the gym because of Trump. Now I can't open jars. Okay. So you stopped going to the gym because you're lazy, and now you can't open jars because you're pathetic, and you're blaming Trump because you're mentally deranged. That is what's going on here, and that's how much Trump cares about you going to the gym or not, Bridget Delaney. So Bridget Delaney at The Guardian is so deranged now that she quit going to the gym, and she blames Trump, and now she can't even open the pickle jar. Hey, let's not forget it was Hillary Clinton that couldn't open the pickle jar, and then they made sure that she could on Jimmy Kimmel. So, is Kimmel going to run a segment on that? I'm just curious. More laughing liberals. So, okay, well, let me just start with this one, actually. These people are just insane. A British mayor who was just elected in Sheffield, I mean, you can't even believe this. He takes pictures of himself, and he wears sombreros and, like, bling and everything. I mean, you want to talk about, acting like a politician. This guy is anything but that. He wears a t-shirt that says Donald Trump is a waste man. It's like a trash man. So now he's assaulting trash man. But regardless, he's banned Trump. So this joke of a mayor, this joke, Majid, am I dreaming right now? A British mayor wearing a sombrero has banned Trump from his city. So this joke mayor, I mean, think about this. These people are pipsqueaks compared to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a worldwide success story, okay, for decades. Self-made billionaire. This is a guy in a sombrero. So they make this whole thing. They ban Trump. They're going to fly a Trump baby. What is wrong with these people? You don't even live in the United States of America, okay? Deal with your own problems. But Trump has driven them completely mad. So they say they'll protest Trump. They'll shut Trump down. Trump's not allowed to go there. They all bash Trump. And then Trump says, all right, well, I'm going to avoid London when I have my diplomatic meeting with Theresa May. And then what do the liberals say on Twitter? Why are you such a coward, Donald Trump, for avoiding London? I mean, what? You're sitting here saying he's not welcome. He's not allowed. If he comes, you're going to protest. So he just says, yeah, okay, I won't go. And then, oh, look at you, coward. Oh, you won't come here? So this is a series of events. You're not allowed here, Trump. We're going to protest you. We're going to shut you down, Trump. You're not wanted, Trump. You're bad. We don't like you, Trump. Don't come here. Trump says, all right, fine. I won't come here. It's a crap hole anyway. Why won't you come here, Trump? Well, you're a coward, but you're not going to come here. That Trump's awfully, he's a big coward. We told him not to come here. We told him we'd protest him. Well, he's a coward for not coming anyway. Wow. Mentally deranged. How about this one? Kylie Jenner, this is one of the Kardashians, built an air-conditioned house for her dogs, and it's nicer than your apartment. I don't care. Kylie Jenner can do whatever she wants. The funny thing is, where are all the people protesting Kylie Jenner heating the planet? How much do you think it costs for her to keep her dogs cool? She has a house for her dogs that's air-conditioned. I'm shocked. There should be a leftist protest outside right now. Moving on. Growing outrage after CBC reveals they had Trudeau group story for months and didn't report on it. Oh, you mean like Michael Isikoff and all the other people knew about Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton and spiked the stories? Like they all knew about Harvey Weinstein and spiked the stories? Oh, so now Trudeau has his own deal. I don't even know. I mean, it all seems ridiculous at this point, but they spiked it for Trudeau too. So as long as you're liberal, you can get away with rape, you can get away with harassment, you can get away with violence, you can get away with anything and everything. Oh, but if you even think about it or mention it as a conservative, well, you have to be shut down. My God. Course combines feminist concerns with environmental activism. What is the name of this course at Portland State University? This is the course in the Women's Studies Department called Ecological Feminist Spirituality. Eco-Feminist Spirituality, a senior level course taught by Dr. Frodo. Hey guys, what time's your eco-feminist spirituality class? I'm already there, man. What do you mean, bro? I'm always being eco-feminist spiritual, don't you know? That's actually it's actually my gender too. Yeah. Not only am I attending eco-feminist spirituality class, it's also my gender. I'm an eco-feminist spiritual. It's so woke, dude. You should try it. Okay, so that's a bunch of ridiculous stuff we can laugh at. This is a bunch of ridiculous stuff that's going to make you sick. Now, what in the hell is going on in California, ladies and gentlemen? Look, you can try to explain this in any way you want. I'm wondering if sex cults don't run the entire state of California. If this isn't evidence to that, I don't know what is. All charges against ex-Vungle CEO Zain Jaffer, including lewd act on a child, dismissed by a judge. Let me explain something. This individual, Zain Jaffer, have the cops, this is about a half year ago, maybe almost a year ago now, I believe last October. Neighbors call the cops, they hear a boy screaming, so the cops show up, they go inside, and here is Jaffer shoving a 3-year-old child's head into his crotch. Okay? Now, we'll just leave it at that, folks, you can imagine. And the judge dismissed the case. And you know why? They said because he was on LSD. So wait a second. So if I get drunk and drive a car and crash, and I say, oh, I was drunk, I didn't mean to crash, this is absurd. He's on LSD, shoving a 3-year-old head to his crotch, and the judge says, oh, he was on LSD, he didn't know any better. Wow. How about this? Death in a Hollywood sex dungeon, how a top agency's executive's mummification ritual ended in tragedy. So apparently, there's some sex cult in California where they saran wrap you, and they call it a mummification sex ritual. A guy dies in this Hollywood sex dungeon, and guess what the judge said? Nothing to see here. It was just part of a sex ritual. Yeah, right. If that was a husband and wife, someone's going to jail, man. So here's the deal, folks. You know, if you're in California, where, I guess sex cults just run the whole state. I can't wrap my head around how you have a sex dungeon in your basement, and during a quote-unquote mummification sex ritual, a guy dies, and it leads to no arrest, no charges, nothing. How in the hell does that happen? Again, a Hollywood sex dungeon, a mummification ritual leads to a death. No investigation, no charges, nothing. That's Hollywood for you. Again, is the state run by a sex cult? I don't know how you explain that. Okay, but that's just one story. How about this one? All charges against ex-Vungle CEO Zain Jaffer, including lewd act on a child, dismissed by a judge. So he's shoving a 3-year-old's head into his crotch. Okay, he gets caught doing that, and the judge says, well, he was on LSD, he didn't know any better. Toss the case out. What? Ladies and gentlemen, if you get caught drinking and driving and don't even harm anybody, you go to jail. But apparently you take LSD, shove a kid's head in your crotch. In California, right on, bro. Right on. Hey, by the way, did I see you at that sex dungeon party last night? Yeah, that was me. That was me. I was at that sex dungeon party. That's why I just let my friend off to put a 3-year-old head in his crotch. said to the jury he was on LSD. I'm on LSD right now, baby. Okay, so that's what. But then there's this, and then I'm getting Leo Zagami on. He's got some breaking news. Hawaii becomes first state to ban sunscreens deemed harmful to coral reefs. Now this is hilarious. A, because, well, if it's damaging, geez. Sorry, I just got handed a news story in Germany. A migrant just decapitated a baby, and the government's covering it up. So that's the kind of stuff I get handed in the middle of the broadcast. Wow. Yeah, also, might as well just go here now. Also in Germany, a school fined parents for refusing their son to go on a field trip to a mosque. So you can't even, so the school now runs your life in Germany, and if a migrant decapitates a baby, cover it up and bring more in. Okay. And if you're in Hawaii, they just banned like every sunscreen because of these chemicals, because it's harmful to coral reefs. Well, folks, if it's harmful to the coral reef, what do you think it's doing to you? I mean, folks, again, it's harmful to you. The sunscreen is harmful to you. I haven't used sunscreen at all this summer, and I'm enjoying it much better. But here's the funny thing about this. The chemicals in the sunscreen that have banned most sunscreens now in Hawaii, the sunscreen at InfoWarsStore.com from Emirates Essentials doesn't have those harmful ingredients. So how do you like that? We knew the ingredients were harmful to you, so we took them out of the sunscreen, and we brought you Emirates Essentials sunscreen, all natural sunscreen at InfoWarsStore.com. You see how that works? So good for Hawaii for realizing that the sunscreen is doing more harm than good. They did it for the coral reefs, though, not for the humans. But believe me, if it hurts the human or the coral reef, it hurts the human. So now that you know, go to InfoWarsStore.com and get the Emirates Essentials sunscreen right now for 50% off. How about that? 50% off right now at InfoWarsStore.com. Emirates Essentials, all natural sunscreen. It's the only sunscreen you can use in Hawaii. So if you live in Hawaii, you're going to get this 50% off right now. All right. Without further ado, let's bring in my guest, Leo Zagami, leozagami.com. Now, I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in Italy that Leo has the pulse of right now, but we've got an archbishop who is condemned for the cover-up of pedophilia right now, and apparently is hiding much more. That story is the latest from Leo Zagami at leozagami.com. Leo, update my audience on what's going on with this archbishop.
Hello, Owen, and hello to the viewers of the War Room. I will say that Archbishop Philip Wilson, who is being condemned to 1 year in prison, this is the first time such a high-level Vatican cardinal gets actually condemned by a state, which is Australia. Apart from the fact he's resilient, and even the judge said that during the court case, but now he's not even willing to give up being a cardinal. He wants to stay in place. He actually is demanding to use his legal rights to stay as a cardinal. But this Philip Wilson has covered up a lot of pedophilia during the years. Now he's being condemned for protecting a priest called Jim Fletcher. But in reality, in Adelaide, the place where he's archbishop, he's been covering up much more. In fact, there was an operation by the Australian police in the early 90s called Operation Deny that found that this Catholic school for, let's say, people with some learning disability, intellectual disabilities, were actually abused by these pedophiles. There was a Catholic bus driver who was involved with the series of pedophiles all the way to England. And the police, the actual Australian police, before they started to interfere with the case, because some police in Australia actually got accused of getting corrupt and not really explaining why they gave up on this case. But the main reason was that there was a direct connection between the Catholic Church in Australia and the pedophiles like Jimmy Savile and all the rest in Great Britain. And so this direct connection is the first time here that we find an international pedophile network confirmed by the investigation of the police. But of course, this case between two 2014 and 2015 in some way didn't really get the right amount of media attention as it usually is when it comes down to Australia, where, as we know, Cardinal Pell, now there is an absolute silence on his case. So the Vatican is really fighting a war within the Vatican between the liberal faction and the conservative faction now on how they should approach this problem, which is really putting the Vatican in a position of bankruptcy in Australia. So this is what is happening with the Vatican, that at the moment also is celebrating 5 years from when the Pope Francis went all the way to the island of Lampedusa, which we discussed in the past. Remember, there was that awful center where all the immigrants were kept in. It was like some kind of lager. And basically, what is happening now is that the Pope, 5 years from this mass, that basically welcomed all the immigrants from Africa into Italy and kickstarted this invasion that is now being stopped by the Interior Minister Salvini. Well, the Pope today once again said, "You haven't done enough." Can you believe Owen, what this Pope is saying?
I don't understand. I mean, the Vatican has plenty of room for all these secret human artifacts and secret history in its basements. Why can't they take some of the migrants and refugees in there? But you know, back to the story with the pedophilia going on. Go ahead.
Actually, there is one thing about the artifacts that they are in the Vatican. I was in Milan the last couple of days, and there is a church that they have where they have discovered the bones of giants, and this was actually photographed by a journalist, and he actually published.
Wait, is this a new one? Is this a new discovery?
This is basically a discovery which has been quickly covered up by the Archdiocese in Milan. It's the Church of San Dionigi. If you go in an article of the Corriere della Sera from a few years back, you actually go in the photos and you see this big bone of giant evidence.
Yeah, it's the Nephilim. It's the Nephilim, and what they do is when they find these dig sites, the Catholic Church comes in and claims it is holy ground so that no one else can excavate. They put a church on top of it, and then they dig it out, and then they send it to the Vatican. But it's just amazing when it comes to pedophilia stuff. It's like the Catholic Church has like almost numbed the public into saying like, well, yeah, maybe we have a problem with pedophilia, but we're still the good guys. Like, you know, we're still the good guys, and they can still be cardinals and archbishops. We'll fix it. It's like if this was an average citizen, they'd be locked up and probably beaten. It's ridiculous. This is the sad state of the brainwashed left, where a woman climbs the Statue of Liberty for awareness of the separation of families at the borders. You know, just people coming here illegally and then government following the law. It's been going on since the 70s. All of a sudden they have a problem with it because of Trump. Just shows how brainwashed they are. But let's go and listen to this clip from the lady who climbed the Statue of Liberty for the children.
Michelle Obama. I was an average first lady that I care so much about. Say, when they go low, we go high. And I went as high as I could.
Look, I feel bad for this woman. Obviously not all there. Wearing a shirt saying that white supremacy is still prevalent in America, climbs the Statue of Liberty, says she was motivated by Michelle Obama. What? And then says, because Michelle Obama said when they go low, we go high. Meanwhile, they keep going lower and lower and lower. And then she somehow takes it literally and tries to climb and says that that's how she's getting high as possible. Again, obviously this woman is not fully there, but this is the sad state of the brainwashed left. So there you go. Michelle Obama is the one that motivated this woman to act like a loon. But let's hear what President Trump had to say about this at his rally last night.
And we protect ICE. We protect ICE. They protect us and we protect them. They protect us and we protect them. You saw that clown yesterday on the Statue of Liberty? You see the guys that went up there? I wouldn't have done it. I would have said, let's get some nets and let's wait till she comes down. Just get some nets. Brilliant. You see those guys, the bravery of doing that?
No, it's true. That was not an easy surface to master there. And I mean, you got to give the lady credit. She climbed it first. But it's funny they said that, because when I first saw this story and I saw the video of the guys going out there to rescue her, that was the first thought in my mind too. It's just like, well, just leave her there. Just leave her there. I mean, what you gonna do? Let her have a protest. Let her get all the attention or whatever. And then as soon as anybody either wants to do an interview, they're either gonna have to go up there or she's gonna have to come down. Because you know that's all she wanted was the attention. But I would have just left her up there too. I mean, why? Let's not put anyone else's life at risk here. Okay, you want to hang out on the Statue of Liberty? Hi, yeah, hi. Okay, yeah, we have a rubber room and a straight jacket ready for you when you come down. We'll see that. In the meantime, enjoy yourself. So that's what Trump said last night. But going back to the clip, actually, here, just roll clip 16 again, because I want to just point this out. Just roll clip 16 one more time.
Michelle Obama. Oh my God, she said Michelle Obama. And I went as high as I could.
Yeah, oh my gosh, she said Michelle Obama, and then she quoted Michelle Obama when she said when they go low, we go high, and even though we keep going lower, we're still going to quote her and say that she's motivating us. Yay! Wow. Now, can you imagine if I was in that group of people? I mean, it's just sad. Like, I don't want to make you look like idiots, but you are idiots. You are total brainwashed sheeple. I mean, look at this. She just goes, Michelle Obama. Woo! Oh my gosh, yay, Michelle Obama!
I'm your co-host, Roger Stone, now joining Owen Schroyer here at the War Room. Oh, and sometimes I don't think you appreciate the theatrics of American politics. It looks to me like that young lady who climbed the Statue of Liberty may have read Stone's rules. Here's my point. There's so much going on in our media with 100 cable channels, the internet, cable news, and so on. It's very hard to get people's attention. In order to get people's attention, you have to do something outrageous, outside the box, something that attracts attention. This young lady, despite the fact that you and I disagree vehemently with her message and her beliefs, still managed to get all over the media, and that was the point. It's kind of like the guy.
In my defense, Roger, I said that she should have stayed up there longer. So I wanted her to be even more of a spectacle. I think that she should still be up there even.
He had a great riff on this, and if it's just like the guy who sprayed himself in the face with mace, the guy was an idiot, but he did get covered, here at the War Room. So, this is, I guess, liberals doing stupid things to get attention week. That's
so this would be like a talk show host buying a Trump Eagles jersey 45 or getting Trump tattooed on his back or something like that.
Yeah, it is thinking outside the box. Sure, you're good at it, but the left, I think, is picking up our tactics, and that's what they've done in this case. Look, everything in Washington now, and I don't need to tell you this, indeed in the country, is in lockdown as everyone speculates about the president's selection for the Supreme Court. president said earlier today that he thinks he has it down to 3 people, and that he was going to think about it and make a decision by Sunday and probably announce it on Monday. I honestly believe, based on all of my sources, that as of this moment, he is still undecided. What we don't know, of course, is whether the list is really larger than 3. Trump is the master of surprise. He's got 3 well-thought-of candidates. I have been a critic of Judge Brett Kavanaugh, and now Senator Rand Paul has come forward expressing reservations as to whether he could vote for Kavanaugh. That could be problematic because, of course, Trump needs, if possible, to hold all the Republicans behind his nominee. I think they're looking for someone like Gorsuch, somebody that would be an easy confirmation. I put forward the name of Senator Mike Lee. I'm not saying that's the only candidate acceptable to me. In fact, I disagree with Lee on a few things, but I think he's fundamentally a libertarian-oriented conservative, would be a good appointment and guaranteed Senate passage. Kethridge, also a good man. I like Judge Barrett as well, although I think it would precipitate a major struggle in which the liberals would try to make abortion the centerpiece. But everybody on this list is fine with me, except for the Bush Trojan horse, Mr. Kavanaugh. I have deep reservations about him. I have a great piece up at Infowars right now explaining his fact role in the cover-up of the Vince Foster death and that investigation. But in the meantime, anybody who tells you that they know what the president's going to do is talking through their hat, because only one person knows right now, and that's Donald J. Trump.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get into Roger Stone's head about all this and more, you simply just need to purchase his books, whether it be the book he wrote about President Trump's election just a few years ago, published at InfoWarsStore.com, whether it be The Clinton's War on Women that Roger authored years ago as well, or his latest book, referenced earlier, Stone's Rules. They're all at InfoWars.com, InfoWarsStore.com, Stone's Rules, and all of his books, the latest, of course, right there, Stone's Rules, How to Win at Politics, Business, and Style. So would you say, as you are the author of Stone's Rules, you are the author of Making of the President, you are the author of The Clinton's War on Women, and many other works, would you say, though, as the author of Stone's Rules, that the lady that climbed the Statue of Liberty, would you say that she's winning at politics, business, and style, Roger Stone?
Well, she's one at getting herself publicity because part of this is theater. Politics is show business for ugly people. So I have a role. So the point here is that you have to do dramatic things to draw attention to your point of view. See, that's the great thing about this book. It's not really written from an ideological point of view. You can learn about advertising techniques. You can learn how to budget a digital media campaign. You can find out what the proper length of cuffs are for your suit. You can determine the correct size for cufflinks. You can get my mother's recipe for the greatest marinara sauce you've ever had. So it's a book of great utilitarian use, regardless of whether you're a liberal, a conservative, a libertarian, a Republican, a Trump supporter, even a progressive, or if you don't like politics at all, but you want to win at life, business, media, technology, agriculture, whatever your chosen avocation may be. I think you could benefit from my book, Stone's Rules.
And if you'd like to try Dick Dixon's favorite recipe for a martini, that is also available in Stone's Rules at InfoWarsStore.com. And right now, it's free shipping at InfoWarsStore.com. So you could actually order all 3 of those books previously mentioned by Roger Stone, The Clinton's War on Women, The Making of the President, and Stone's Rules. You can get all 3 of them, and you'll get free shipping right now as part of the July 4th special. So free shipping at InfoWarsStore.com. Order all 3 of Roger's books, and then enjoy the free shipping on those items. It's all part of our July 4th specials at InfoWarsStore.com. And by the way, they just announced in Hawaii they're banning all major sunscreens because they have chemicals in them that are harmful to the coral reef. Well, coral reef is pretty tough and resilient. So if it's harmful for the coral reef, what do you think it does to your body? That's why we came out with Emirates Essentials all-natural sunscreen at InfoWarsStore.com. And guess what? The harmful chemicals listed on Hawaii's ban, those chemicals are not in the sunscreen at InfoWarsStore.com. So the perfect time to go to InfoWarsStore.com today in the middle of the summer and try our sunscreen, Emirates Essentials all-natural sunscreen, where it doesn't have the toxic chemicals that Hawaii has now banned because it's harmful to coral reef. Pretty amazing, though, Roger, isn't it, that they're just now deciding to ban the chemicals in these sunscreens because it's harmful to coral reef? But, you know, if it's harmful to the human body, though, it's okay.
Well, I like your idea there. You can buy all 3 copies of my book, and while you're at it, get a bottle of Brain Force Plus, so you've got the mental energy to plow through them, and you can probably read them all in a weekend. You'd be one of the most informed people on the planet. Again, we depend on your support to keep us going here at Infowars. We're completely and totally funded by listeners and viewers who believe in our fight for freedom. So when you go to the Infowars.com store and you make any purchase, whether it's a book or a t-shirt or one of our cutting-edge nutraceuticals, you're supporting our struggle for the First Amendment. You're supporting our fight against censorship, and you are helping the Trump administration make America great again. Please give us your loyal patronage. We depend on it. We do not exaggerate the grave challenge that faces ahead.
Well, and Roger, let me just, in this little 50 seconds, let me just take a break, because I want the audience to know something real quick. We've pretty much hit capacity as far as our planned expansion is concerned right now with hiring the new crew and the new editors and a couple new reporters. Alex is pushing the pedal to the metal right now, okay? I had a meeting with Alex earlier, and we're discussing this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want Infowars on your streets with a camera and reporters, go to InfoWarsStore.com. I'm serious. I want to give a big shout-out and call to prayer here for a good friend of Infowars, the War Room, and myself, and a great patriot to this country, Craig Sawyer. Now, Craig, well, I can't discuss, actually, I can't discuss part of this, but he is being now called to Thailand, and he is going to be part of the next dive team to go down there and to try to save the kids trapped in a cave. Now, if you don't know much about this situation, it's a very dire situation. They're running out of time before the water basically takes away the rest of the air that they have in the situation. But the reason why this is so treacherous is because of the caves. They're very narrow, very jagged, and it's tough to get there. There's already been 1 SEAL that died, and so they're calling the best divers in the world and the bravest men in the world to try to help these children. And Craig Sawyer has decided to volunteer for this truly brave, courageous, and heroic mission. So if you can, give Craig Sawyer a prayer tonight at the dinner table or before you go to bed. Send him a little love on Twitter to let him know that we're praying for him. There's a lot of brave men from all over the world that are putting their lives at risk to try to save these kids, and it is a very dire situation right now. So big prayers to Craig Sawyer and those children and the rest of the brave individuals who are putting their lives on the line to try and save those kids. Pretty incredible stuff there, Roger. It's, I think, an example of truly how great humans really are, our compassion, our empathy. When you cut through all the BS, this is what you get. We really care about each other, and you have humans that just straight up will put their lives at risk for other people, Roger.
Very interesting in that video you were showing, of course, in the corner you saw Fox News analyst Kimberly Guilfoyle, who is now widely reported to be dating Donald Trump Jr. What people may not have noticed is that Donald Trump Jr. made a very, very effective trip to Montana, where he campaigned against John Tester, the incumbent Democrat liberal senator who has raised the ire of the Trump administration. I think this is a precursor, Owen. I think Donald Trump Jr. could end up being the secret weapon of the 2018 campaign. He doesn't have the restrictions on what he can say that his father, the president, has. And if you look at his Twitter feed, it reminds me of the early Donald Trump, irreverent, direct, to the point, and rock solid. I really think Donald Trump Jr. is coming into his own as a political force.
Yeah, and it looks like now they are kind of changing. Yes, it is a Trump rally, but the messaging and the agenda seems to be, let's really hit the 2018 campaign tier hard. Let's get the John Testers out. Let's get the Rosendales who's running against him in. President Trump was hammering that. Don Jr. was hammering that as well. So it looks like this is kind of turning into a Republican campaign trail to give more water to the red tsunami that is approaching us here in November. But what did you think about Don Jr.'s performance last night as far as a presidential tryout, maybe a presidential campaign speech tryout, Roger Stone?
Well, look, when your last name is Trump and you're going to inherit billions of dollars and you are establishing yourself as a true believer who played a very active and I think valuable campaign role in the last election, Donald Trump, if he chooses, Donald Trump Jr. has a bright political future. I'm not sure seeking public office in New York is the greatest idea. I do think that there are very few instances where someone jumps directly from business to the presidency. Donald Trump, the father, is the one exception to that rule. But look at it this way, Owen, up until now, the party in power always lost seats in both the House and the Senate in the midterm elections. It was just a political axiom. Donald Trump may change that, just as he's changed all the rules in American politics. So I think Donald Trump Jr. emerging as a very valuable surrogate, and I think there's a real possibility that the blue tidal wave, which is now dissipated, isn't even a trickle anymore, and you could have a Republican gains in both houses in defiance of the record of history.
I'm so confused, though, Roger, because I was watching MSNBC, and Chuck Turtodd said that Trump was unpopular. Chuck Turtodd said that Trump is not popular and he's losing, and I'm just confused at why Chuck Turtodd would say these things when all Trump does is have rallies that get tens of thousands of people at them every time. What is Chuck Turtodd talking about?
Well, I think it is fair to say that the president is extremely polarizing. Hillary Clinton is extremely polarizing. Barack Obama is extremely polarizing. Bill Clinton is extremely polarizing. It's hard to name a political figure today that isn't polarizing. However, at the end of the day, it boils down to whether you have more votes than they do. If the presidential election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were held again tomorrow, Donald Trump would win again, only this time I think he would win by a larger margin. He could beat either Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden or someone named Kamala Harris, who, in all honesty, I've barely heard of. So I don't know where Chuck is getting his numbers. Yes, there is.
I think it's his own behind.
Well, look, there's significant opposition. There's no question. But I think we are forging a majority, a new majority. That's why the left is so hysterical at this point.
Roger, you have the intel. Is Chuck Turtodd getting his own sources from his own butt?
Well, look, I think he is doing the same thing I do, and he is studying polling. But I'll give you his email address, and you can ask him a question.
You know what? I'd like to ask Chuck Turtodd. What makes you say Trump is unpopular when he has tens of thousands of people at every rally? But I guess you can say he's unpopular because you do have millions of people that march against him. So I guess when there's millions of people involved, I guess you can make statements like that. It's just ridiculous to me that they try to run with this false consensus, Roger. And that's really what it is. They try to run with this false consensus that everybody hates Trump. There's no existing popularity for Trump at all. And it's just sad that people like Chuck Turtodd would go on television and just lie like that. If you're going to say he's unpopular, at least be fair and say he's also monumentally popular and has a higher approval rating than President Obama did at this time.
Yeah, look, I think that the politics can change in a nanosecond, but clearly the president's approval rating has continued to climb. So I'm not sure what Chuck is talking about. I'm looking forward to the next elections. I think that you could have a Republican rout and demonstrate that all this agate pop in the streets that's being paid for by George Soros and so on represents a tiny minority of vocal fanatics.
I mean, outside of Tammy Duckworth and Tulsi Gabbard, it's tough to find a Democrat that ever makes any sense at all. Of course, Tammy Duckworth being from Illinois understands that in the Midwest, there are a lot of Democrats. However, they love capitalism. See, the Democrats don't understand this, Roger. They believe that every Democrat and liberal on the face of the earth feels the same way as the coastal elitist liberals do, that now want socialism. And so Tom Perez comes out, the head of the DNC, and says the Democrats are now going to go with the socialist wave. But Democrats in the Midwest are like, oh, no, please, don't go there. Democrats in the Midwest are capitalists. They love capitalism. So what do you think happens now to the Democrat Party that's already in the coffin? The nails are being hammered in, and they're about to get the dust tossed on top of it as we lower the Democrat Party into the ground. I mean, if they think socialism is going to be their savior, they don't understand that's just going to put the dirt on faster.
Well, I think fundamentally the Democratic Party has no positive message whatsoever to run on. They have no plan for economic revitalization. They have no plan for job creation. They have no plan to address the trade imbalance. They have no plan to deal with the country's immigration problems. They basically are banking everything on their hatred in opposition to Donald Trump. That's a negative message. Elections are most normally won with a positive message. Republicans will be running on peace and prosperity. The Democrats will be running on socialism. Socialism? Well, it works so extraordinarily well in Venezuela. It's working so well in Cuba. The places where it's been tried, it has failed. People are hungry and destitute. So I'm not sure what vision they're going to be selling us.
Yeah, but doesn't that tell you everything you need to know about the Democrat Party, Roger, where they obviously recognize that they're in the coffin, the nails are being hammered in, so they're trying to figure out what can we do to rejuvenate ourselves? What can we do to shock ourselves back into existence, back into a future here? And so instead of going with something positive, instead of going with a message, instead of going with something that people actually universally like you could run on protecting the environment again, run on protecting the animals again. Nope, they just ditch all that and they just go full on hate and negativity. But now they think socialism is going to be the answer. I'm telling you, Roger, I mean, you know this. I mean, you may have some people that want to be socialists. You may even be able to win an election with that on the coasts. I'm not sure that that's what happened with Cortez or not. I still think that may have been a rigged deal, but that's my words, not Roger's. But the Democrats in the Midwest, they're never going to go for this, Roger. I have family members that normally vote Democrat. They're capitalists through and through. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They've lost all touch with reality.
Well, the truth of the matter is that political parties, generally speaking, historically have been defined by their leader. Every successful Republican president has remade the party in their own image. Lincoln, Grant, Eisenhower, first McKinley, then Eisenhower, Reagan, most certainly, the Bushes, sadly, and of course now Donald Trump. So until a leader emerges in the Democratic Party who can hold together its pragmatic, let's get our nose back in the trough wing with its base socialist wing, by the way, something Barack Obama could do that Hillary Clinton could not do, the party is going to be wandering in the desert for some time. When you take a poll of party members to ask about the leading candidates for president, and the answers are Hillary Clinton, who can barely walk, and Joe Biden, who is around the bend. That's a pretty sad commentary.
And what are they going to do? Wait for Cortez to be up for a presidential election in what? I think she can run in like 30, 32 or something. I mean, she's not old enough to really run anytime soon. But they're banking on her now, and she didn't even realize how she's just a pawn in a bigger game here. I mean, hey, look, if the Democrats want to go with the socialist message, I say go ahead and roll that out, and the red tsunami is going to turn into a red blanket.
Well, as you know, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio had ideas of becoming a national candidate based on some socialist wave. The problem is he's doing such a terrible job in New York City that he has nothing to run on. The homelessness problem is manifest. The city is broke. Taxes are sky high. Jobs are not plentiful. So I'm not sure what he would run on. And he has not been well received moving around the country, speaking to party conclaves, pushing his socialist agenda. The Democrats' biggest problem, they have no bench whatsoever.
Yeah, they really are just totally at a loss right now, and they have no idea what to do. Yeah, you mentioned de Blasio. He got caught using a counterterrorism plan for his own campaigning, his own personal usage. Of course, he had his big assistant. The name is skipping my head right now. I can't remember. I think it was Zach Schwartz, the next John Podesta, if you will, get caught with hundreds and even thousands of images and videos of child pornography. Bill de Blasio's staffer, up-and-coming Democrat, the next John Podesta, some said. So, yeah, de Blasio is in a lot of trouble. The Democrats are in a lot of trouble. It's going to be interesting to see what they do for the 2020 presidential election because, like you said, Roger, the clock is ticking for someone to announce, and there isn't anybody anywhere near President Trump right now. Not even close. They have no answers.
But they do still have, unfortunately, is the mainstream media. For example, the coverage of the scandal in which the two Owan brothers, the Pakistani brothers who broke into the House computer system, stole secrets, stole money, and are essentially, neither one of them has yet to spend a day in jail. At the same time, Paul Manafort sits languishing in jail trying to get to trial. This is an extraordinary scandal that is being covered up in the House. And why Deborah Wasserman Schultz herself has not been charged as an accessory, why nobody else has been charged, why the Owan brothers and their wives are moving around freely, these are extraordinary questions given the level of the crimes there.
Now, reading into these stories, I'm seeing clues here and there that they may have cooperated and even turned over some names and information of Democrats that could be damning to them moving forward. A little ace in the hole for the Republicans and President Trump, if you will. Do you have any intel about any of that, Roger?
No, we should get Luke Rosiak back on to tell us what the latest. He has done the best job of covering this scandal. But it just shows that there are two standards. One standard for conservative Republicans, another standard for liberal Democrats. Hillary Clinton can break the law with impunity and nothing happens. Barack Obama can lie and say, oh, I didn't know about her secret server until I read about it in the newspaper. That turns out to be a lie. If Donald Trump said that, there would be a hue and cry for his removal. But Barack Obama lies with a straight face, and the only people that criticize it are right here at Infowars.
But, Roger, I'd like to talk about this fake trade war that they're talking about. And I have an analogy here, and I was trying to think about the best way to paint it during the break. But imagine it's like the old Popeye cartoon. I forget the bad guy's name who always beats up Popeye and then steals the girl. Lugo? Bluto. Thank you, Roger. So Bluto is basically like China or you name the country, Mexico, Canada, and Popeye's like the United States. And so they beat up Popeye. Bluto beats up Popeye, twists his arm, ties him into a knot, and then takes his girl. That's basically what this quote-unquote trade war has been. Basically, any country can come in, beat the crap out of us, and then steal our woman, and we're just supposed to take it. Well, now, Popeye has decided to eat some spinach, and now he's got big muscles, and he's fighting back against Bluto and taking his girl back, rightfully so. So that's where we're at. And all the media, Roger, this is the incredible thing to me. It's like all of the media, even Fox News and all of them, are still going with this narrative, Trump's trade war, Trump's trade war. No. Trump is fighting back for the first time in American history. We've been getting raked over the coals in trade to the tune of trillions and trillions of dollars, and so Trump wants to do something about it and actually win in trade, and they're saying, oh, Trump's trade war, Trump's trade war. I mean, Roger, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, look, the president is, above all, a negotiator. And he realized a long time ago that these enormous one-size-fits-all multi-international trade deals were not in our best interest. They were good for our trading partners. They weren't so good for us. In fact, they cost us millions and millions of jobs. Now what the president wants to do is individual one-off trade agreements with our various trade partners, Spain, Germany, England, Japan, and so on. And to negotiate in that process, yes, he's going to use the threat of tariffs. He's going to, in some cases, use tariffs to try and open the door. I don't think he loves tariffs, but he recognizes them that they're a tool. In this case, they're a cudgel, because we have been on the short end of the stick in so many of these trade agreements. The domestic politics of this is also very interesting. Recognize that the president's opposition to TPP, his opposition to the current trade policies, his insistence on these tariffs are very, very popular with the rank and file members of organized labor. The unions are unhappy about the Janus decision a couple weeks ago, where the Supreme Court held that you couldn't compel dues from an individual who essentially didn't want to pay. But of the roughly 7 million unionized employees in the country, about 2 million of them are already in right-to-work states. Frankly, most of the union members I talked to are more interested in jobs and opportunity. And Trump is delivering in spades in that agreement. The point of all this is simply this. There has been some discussion by the president of going back into TPP. I think it would be an enormous mistake. I still believe the president can do extremely well with the rank and file labor members, union members, in the 18 and 20 elections, but he cannot abandon his commitment to fair trade.
Well, I would remain extremely confident that he's not going to go back into the TPP, at least as it existed. Maybe they can change it around and twist his arm to get it. I don't really see that happening. If anything, I see him using that as a negotiating tactic or even posturing that he may be willing to get back in that. But as he said last night in his rally at Montana, which, Roger, I think is the key to all of this, when it comes to the trade war, America has all the cards in its hand. So if these countries want to play trade war with us, which, by the way, they keep saying it's going to tank the stock market, that hasn't happened. It's back up to date. It's pretty much just staying the same course as it has now since Trump got elected. If they want to play these games with us and have a trade war, well, we have all the cards in our pocket. We'll just manufacture our own goods. I mean, we're still the biggest consumer of goods in the world, I think, still beating China, even though they're a huge population. So America has all the cards. If they really want to have a trade war, they're going to lose it. We have all the cards. We can return manufacturing. We can manufacture these goods. And then these countries are going to realize we need the American consumer if we're going to keep our head above water here. So I think Trump is right when he says that we have all the cards in this war.
it's important to recognize that this is the president's wheelhouse. This is his area of expertise. He is a businessman interested in making profit and creating jobs and opportunity. So he may not have been an expert on military policy when he became president, but now you're in an area that he deeply understands, and he's been consistently talking about since the 1980s, the fact that we are consistently ripped off by our trading partners, ripped off by our allies. Well, Uncle Patsy is over. We're not going to be the world's Patsy anymore. We're no longer going to be the world's piggy bank. America is open for business. We just want to be treated fairly. Trump will treat others fairly, but he wants America to be treated fairly. And this is winning him unprecedented support inside the union movement, where theoretically the Democrats have dominated for some time. Job creation and trade policies are the key to breaking the back of union support for the Democrats.
And I think that this trend is only just beginning. As manufacturing is returning, as the job numbers keep getting more and more impressive, I think we're really just starting to see all the success when it comes to the economy and the job market. I still see it to stay on the course it's on right now, Roger, which is just up and up and up and up. And that's when these trade deals are going to make more sense the way Trump is proposing it, to say, hey, look, you want to trade with us? Of course you want to trade with us. We're the biggest consumer of goods in the world. And these countries are going to realize that. But they have to continue to pose like, we're the bad guys here because they've been beating us so badly at trade. So that's kind of what they do to kind of maintain their edge on trade. But it's not going to last much longer, Roger. That's at least my opinion. We got just under 3 minutes left. Roger, is there anything else that you wanted to say here before you signed off?
Well, I guess it's simply that the president's tax cuts, both corporate and personal, have still not had the full opportunity to gain traction, which is why I think the economy will be even more turbocharged than it is. I'm going to ask folks one more time to go to the Infowars.com site and look at the terrific products that we have on special now. Obviously, I highly recommend my own book, Stone's Rules, and I will personally sign it for you or sign a bookplate for you. If you buy the book, you can send it to me or a bookplate at P.O. Box at 1007 North Federal Highway, number 166, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33304. You mail me the book or mail me a bookplate that you can paste in the book, and I will be happy to mail it back at my own expense. I must have signed 80 books last night. We're current, and I am gratified by the terrific outpouring from InfoWarriors in response to my new book. If you have a few spare dollars laying around, StoneDefenseFund.com. I was only able to beat the liberals in court in D.C. because of the legal defense fund set up by my friends. Now I need your help as Robert Mueller pokes through every molecule of my personal, business, and political life. God bless you, and thank you for your support. While you're at it, Alex Jones needs your help too. The lawsuits against InfoWars are dangerous and expensive. You can go to the donate button right there at the Infowars.com site and send us $25, $50, $100, $500. Yes, some InfoWarriors have sent $1,000 or more. There is an insidious effort by the tech left to close InfoWars down, to wipe us off of YouTube, off of Facebook, off of Twitter, off the map. Don't let them do it. Stand tall by going to the Infowars.com site now. God bless you, and thank you for joining us at the War Room.
I'm going to be joined by Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, ShivaForSenate.com, the real Indian running against the fake Indian, Elizabeth Warren. But it's ironic, as we talk about fake Indians like Elizabeth Warren, the left has gone back in time and dredged up an old video of Donald Trump talking about fake Indians in the casino industry. Now, here's the funny thing. They got this video and are now trying to make it go viral on social media, thinking that it makes President Trump look bad. But as you listen to this, imagine if it wasn't Donald Trump saying it, but instead Elizabeth Warren saying it, and how the left and its reaction would be totally different. So let's now go to an old classic video from Trump in the early 90s talking about fake Indians in the casino industry.
Is this you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether or not you're approving it, sir.
No, it's not a question whether I'm approving it. It's not a question whether I'm approving it. Mr. Trump, you know in this country...
See, pause right here. This is so hilarious. This congressman just got totally duped by President Trump because it's their policy that gives the American Indian, the Native American Indian, advantages in the casino industry, the reservations and everything. So President Trump comes along as a member of the casino industry and sees all of these white men abusing this advantage that they're trying to give to Native Americans here. And so he calls it out on the Senate floor and he's like, hey, look, these guys are taking advantage of your policy here, sir. You might want to do something about it. And then this congressman in his arrogance leans back and is like, well, I wish someone would do something about that, like sarcastically, like he just defeated Trump. But Trump just defeated him. So Trump says it's your infinite wisdom that brought down this policy. It's now being abused. And he's like, yeah, people abuse my policy, as if he just somehow won the debate. Let's go back.
Jewish to me. Oh, really? They don't look Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me. Mm-hmm. And that was a test of whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black, you're not black.
That's their policy.
Well, why you're approving for India? Why don't you approve it for everybody then? If your case is non-discriminatory, why don't you approve for everybody? You're saying only Indians. Wait a minute, sir. You're saying only Indians can have the reservations, only Indians can have the gaming. So why aren't you approving for everybody? Why are you being discriminatory? Why is it that the Indians don't pay tax, but everybody else does? I do.
Now, see, he just brought it home. So he says, look, your policy, okay, and this can be applied to any of their diversity things now that they do, but specifically here with Native American Indians getting advantages in the casino industry, Trump says, here's what's going on. This is your policy. It's your policy to give this group of people an advantage. So he says, now you have this group of people taking advantage of the policy you established for this group of people. And then the congressman, thinking he's going to win the debate, says, well, we don't want to be judging people on their skin color and heritage. We don't want to be doing that. How dare you bring that to my Congress? So Trump says, wait a second, you're right. So why does your policy exist to begin with? Oops. We just heard Donald Trump talking about fake Indians in the casino industry in the last segment. Funny how he brings that up, but the left doesn't care. Let's go real quick to Trump last night in his rally, talking about offering Elizabeth Warren $1 million to charity to take a DNA test.
One of those little kids. And in the middle of the debate, when she proclaims that she's of Indian heritage, because her mother said she has high cheekbones. That's her only evidence, that her mother said she had high cheekbones. We will take that little kid and say, oh, we have to do it gently. Because we're in the Me Too generation, so I have to be very gentle. And we will very gently take that kid, and we will slowly toss it, hoping it doesn't hit her and injure her arm, even though it only weighs probably 2 ounces. And we will say, I will give you $1 million to your favorite charity, paid for by Trump, if you take the test and it shows you're an Indian. Yeah.
Come on, fake Indian Elizabeth Warren.
I have a feeling she will say no. But we'll hold that for the debates. Do me a favor, keep it within this room, because I don't want to give away any secrets. And the press is very honorable. They want, please don't tell her what I just said.
So you have President Trump that offered her $1 million, Donald Trump Jr., I think, that offered her $1 million. Other people have offered her money to take the test, all going to charity. And it's funny because Elizabeth Warren, you think, would want to be donating these funds to charity. And considering she believes that she's Native American, she should have no problem taking the test. But Dr. Shiva, you actually, I believe, were the first to offer Senator Warren the test, and you actually put $10 million on the table. So now, Dr. Shiva, Elizabeth Warren is refusing to give more than $10 million, at least $12 million on record. She is refusing to give that to charity to take the test.
Yeah, I mean, Owen, I offered her on June 21st. People can go see it on my Twitter feed. As a part of another series of things I was doing, is I was offering her prior to that $10 million if she could disprove that GMOs were safe. And I made that offer to Hillary Clinton as well as Monsanto. So as a part of that, on June 21st, which is the day before her birthday, I said, look, I'll give you $10 million if you take the DNA test. And in fact, I invited her to a nice dinner. It's all recorded on Twitter, which she didn't show up to, which is a nice place called Henrietta's in Cambridge. And the net of it is, a few days after I offered that, I thought Donald Trump Jr. did a great thing, offered her $10K, and then President Trump offered her $1 million. Great minds think alike. The bottom line is anyone who looks at this, we're willing to put our money on the table, but Elizabeth Warren isn't because she's a fake Indian, she's a liar. And fundamentally, we got to understand this has nothing to do with race. This has to do with integrity. It has to do with cheating. It has to do with cutting in front of the line. And on top of it, behaving as though you're the vanguard of the working people, the poor, the minorities, etc. And this is what's really, really gets me angry. And I think a lot of people, and why people love to sign behind us, because it goes to the heart of the fact the American people are tired of all of these politicians, Elizabeth Warren being the face of it, but all of them, Republicans and Democrats, who lie and cheat, who don't have any skills, who never built anything, and their entire thing is to be fake. And Elizabeth Warren, in some ways, is a poster child for all career politicians. Oh, and that's what she really, really is. This is really about integrity. On July 4th, we went to, our volunteer base is explosively growing. And these are people who, by the way, don't get any money. We collected nearly 15,000 signatures without paying anyone. And on the ground, what's happening is on July 4th, we took the bus out to two major parades. We had a big airplane flying over, which talks about the real Indian versus the fake Indian over the Esplanade. Millions saw that. And then we also had tons of volunteers distributing our flyers. What's fascinating is, Owen, it's fascinating. When we went to the Plymouth Parade, we actually tweeted that out. Again, all of these people, by the way, look like Elizabeth Warren in a weird way. It's like they're wearing their uniform, little horn rim glasses, hair cut about here. And a woman comes up to me and says, you're racist. I said, wait a minute. You're calling a dark-skinned Indian guy racist? I said, you're the racist because you support racism of Elizabeth Warren, who cut in line, used affirmative action. So what's fundamentally happening, Owen, is we are really having a discussion about race, and that's what needs to happen. And racism of how poor whites have been completely segregated in this country and destroyed, poor blacks, and how illegal immigration is taken advantage of by both parties. The Republican establishment party wants illegal immigrants so they can have lower, cheap labor, and the Democrats want illegal immigrants so they can have, votes. Both of these parties do not want to solve the illegal immigration issue because they both profit from it. Only independents like us, you, everyday working people, want to solve the illegal immigration issue at a very fundamental level. Elizabeth Warren doesn't. She's a fake Indian. She's a fake human being in many sense. And by the way, Owen, as I mentioned last program, there's something even bigger than the fake Indian stuff. She's used Harvard, used her resources to create fake science, purporting that 62% of the small businesses failed because they didn't have insurance, and that was used as the basis of Obamacare. So
I don't even know if you know this or not, but Politico just published a story yesterday admitting everything you just said. They're going to use illegal immigrants to get a voter base, and they're now saying they're going to fight dirty because they can't win fighting clean. But they never even tried to begin with.
Here's my solution for the quote-unquote illegal immigration problem. When you really look at it, the United States budget is $4 trillion. Everyone should remember that number. Out of that $4 trillion, only 80% of that $4 trillion is coming from only 10% of taxable U.S. base. Only 10%.
No, they call that a tax scam. That's a tax scam.
Exactly. They call that a tax scam. Here's my idea. Look, there are a bunch. What's happening is the establishment elites, who are a bunch of leeches on Wall Street, like Elizabeth Warren collecting $350K, also want to create other leeches. You ever watch those sharks, Owen? They're like the big leech, and then you have this lamprey eel which sticks onto another leech. So
this is actually a criminal psychology thing. What you do is, when you know you're a big criminal, you bring in other people to commit criminal acts in the same vein that you've been doing it, so that some of the pressure eases off you, and then you kind of have that to lean on, like, oh, hey, well, I can give you all these criminals.
Yeah, what they're doing is, on the top you have a bunch of criminals, way at the bottom, or on the left you have criminals, on the right you have criminals, however you want to say it, and the working people are sandwiched in between. The lumpen criminals or the low-end criminals are MS-13, the gangs, people who live off welfare. You have that, by the way, funded by the same people that Elizabeth Warren is funded by.
Oh my gosh, Sheila, I'm sorry, it's just becoming so clear to me. This is why they're calling for the violence in the streets.
Exactly.
This is why they want their minions in the streets. They know that they're all about to get arrested. That's what this is. They want the violence, and they want it in the streets so that they don't have the handcuffs on them. That's what this is. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and so what they've done is there's a reason the gangs continue, because the bourgeois elites on Wall Street and Elizabeth Warren and the academic elites have created the gangs and the illegal immigrants. So when the working people want to rise up with their arms, which they want us to disarm, they can use the lumpen elements to attack us. That's what's fundamentally going on, because they know the armed forces and the police will come to our side. This may seem conspiracy, but the reality is, when you look at the dynamics, that's what's going on. And all of these guys are part of that. So they don't want to solve the illegal immigrant problem. They don't want to solve gang violence. They don't really want to solve any of these issues. The only people who want to solve that are independents like you and I and everyday American working people, because we're caught literally in the middle. So here's my, one of my solutions. I call it the American dream, immigration exchange program.
It was Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai who first proposed Elizabeth Warren take a DNA test, and also offered her millions of dollars to do it to her favorite charity. She ignored that. So let's give credit to Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai for the hashtag take the test, which I implore everyone who hears this transmission to get on your Twitter account and hashtag take the test at Elizabeth Warren. Let her know, we know, that she is a total fraud. So credit to Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai for hashtag take the test. He was the first one to suggest it. But you guys have to realize something. Dr. Shiva is not only running against the swamp in D.C., Elizabeth Warren, but he also is running against the Republican Party, who refused to give him a chance in this election. That's why he's running as an independent. So, Dr. Shiva, now that you're seeing other people, also another one that I'll give some credit to. I don't know if you first originated the idea, but you kind of took a commercial, and that's the hashtag Road Warriors campaign, where you put the magnet on your car. That way, when you get out of your vehicle, you can take the magnet off your car, and you don't have to worry about some radical leftist coming up and busting your windshield or slashing your tire. There is the Road Warrior Plus kit at shivaforsenate.com. But it must be nice to see that other people, including the Trumps, are now joining your campaign for Elizabeth Warren to take the test.
Well, you know what's interesting? Owen, America's always been, we as Americans are innovators. Whatever I've done in my life, Owen, I've always gone into it with full steam, a lot of hard work, with focus. And I've always done new things. That's what makes life fun. Be it inventing the first email system when I was a 14-year-old kid, or going to MIT, starting all the different companies I did. Whatever I've done, Owen, it's always been done with a sense of American grit. When we went into this campaign, we said, look, we're going to run this bottoms up, not top down. All of these other guys get a ton of money and pummel it down into people. They buy signatures, buy radio advertising, buy TV. We're doing this bottoms up. Bottoms up means road warrior. So that's the innovation, Owen, and that's what makes all of this fun. We're supposed to be innovators. That's what makes America great, which is we all figure out problems. It's not just throwing money at problems. It's actually figuring out with your ingenuities what to do. So the road warrior kit, everyone should go get it. We want 4,000, 5,000, 100,000 people on the road. And what the road warrior represents is basically what you're seeing the poster behind me in a small 16-inch by 12-inch format that you can put, as Owen said, on your magnetic sign. Why is this important? This symbol is not about race. It's about saying we've had enough of these fake politicians. We've had enough of both of these two parties. We've had enough of liars. For far too long, we've had to lower our standards in this country. We don't need to do that. We don't need to choose a lesser of two evils. Screw that. My parents didn't come to India from India here as immigrants to lower our standards, Owen. And that's what this is about. These people want to lower our standards while they eat all the organic food they want. They live in their beautiful gated communities and garbage to all of us. No, that's not how this works. America is by the people for the people. So I want everyone to go out there and get these road warrior kits. By the way, we're not doing this for profit. It's not. I don't believe in profit, but we want to keep it really low. $15 plus some shipping. You get it, and all of it's American made. So this is about everyone out there starting to say, I want to be a participant, not be an audience member. That's what the Republicans and Democrats want. That's what celebrities in Hollywood want. They want you to sit there and watch them mindlessly. I want you to participate. Get off your butt, order these things, come to our events, watch Infowars, great show, do something. You have a historic opportunity. And Elizabeth Warren, I'm telling you, she represents the face of the deep state. And Republicans and Democrats in Massachusetts are essentially one wing or the other wing of the deep state. And we have the opportunity with our winning, an independent winning, to vaporize that deep state and really help what Donald Trump's doing, he's doing a historic mission to devastate the swamp. And mind you, look, I just tweeted out that I believe President Trump, and I said this before, long before Lynch said, is probably the greatest president of our time. I wasn't there when Lincoln was there. I have great admiration for Kennedy. But as far as I know, this guy's a great man. He's pure genius, and he's figuring it out how to go after all the big things that we've all been having to be silent on. So that's why it's a historic age we're living in. And everyone should rise up, get those road warrior kids.
Well, I agree, and I don't understand why anybody would want to sit on the sidelines during this new American revolution of us taking back our government. You mentioned Elizabeth Warren. These people, Elizabeth Warren, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Chuck Schumer, they sit on top of the hills.
People never work for a living. They're lawyers.
They sit on top of the hills in their big palisades and their big mansions protected by walls and everything. They've got their millions and millions of dollars. And then they sit here and they try to start class warfare. That's what angers me so much, Dr. Ivy Ray, is that these rich politicians that have scammed the system, scammed the people, scammed their way to the top, try to create class warfare when they're the very ones that are taking advantage of people. And that used to be the big thing about this country, is that rich people, poor people, everything in between, we share the same sidewalks, we share the same schools, we share the same restaurants, and we get along. That is American history, and these people who take advantage of all of it want to come in and start a race war and a class war.
Well, it's even more deeper than that. And they want to use race and class, but the deeper things, I hate to say this, I think Alex Jones and I were speaking about this caste. You see, in India, they had this thing called the caste system, where you had the elites on the top, the academic elites, then they had a collusion with the military and big corporations. Eisenhower called it the military-industrial academic complex. What we have in America is a caste system. That's what we have. The epicenter of it being Harvard University out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, which breeds these people who think they know better. Elizabeth Warren thinks she knows better. And I keep saying this. I know you know that the American people know better. They know how to make decisions from the time you got up this morning to the time you'll go to bed on. You made 100 decisions for yourself without the government being involved. The real issue is not left or right or Democrat or Republican. The real issue here is those people want centralization of government, and those people want to give government back to the people. That's the way we need to look at this. This woman who won in New York, look at this. Complete fake. Here's a person who just wants to give free stuff away. And by the way, she wasn't an immigrant like me. If you see her video, it's well done. Almost a Hollywood-style video.
You can tell the Democrat Party, and in fact, I know this for a fact, the Bernie Sanders campaign took over her campaign. She didn't do any of this. She has nothing to do with it. The Bernie Sanders campaign created all of her ads. They made up all the narratives, and it's all getting exposed now.
Every one of the ads we create, believe it or not, I have one of my degrees in graphic design. We do it. It's done by us, built here, everything here. We don't need a Bernie Sanders. We don't need an Elizabeth Warren's consultants, etc. We are doing this ground up. And that's the philosophy we set for our campaign. We decided every signature we collected is going to be bottoms up. All these other candidates either have their flunkies running around who they've known within government or they pay people. Our campaign is truly a campaign by the people for the people. I'm telling you, everyone out there, go get those road warrior kits. Support us. Come out here. Come out, help us pass out cars. Whatever you want to do. This is a historic
ShivaForSenate.com. ShivaForSenate.com. We need him in the Senate. The email that I received based on a segment that I did yesterday talking about no scientific evidence to support climate change. And the email that this nice lady sent to me was basically saying I was wrong. There is scientific evidence, but there's a twist to it. It comes from the weather modification programs, the cloud seedings. I don't know why she says this date. This date is obviously not accurate, so I'm not sure what she's talking about, the Shasta County Fairgrounds test in California, which that could be from all the nuclear testing they do out there. But regardless, the point of the email is that there is scientific evidence that man-made climate change is happening, but it's not. The twist is that it's cloud seeding, it's the radium, it's the barium, it's the lithium, it's the aluminum that they spray into the environment to cloud seed and to manipulate the climate and to manipulate the weather. So she was just saying, how can you go a segment and say that man-made climate change is made up, global warming is made up, and not mention the fact that there's geoengineering going on? I actually think, I never heard anyone else really bring that up as a talking point. Like, how are you going to sit here and complain about man-made climate change, but ignore the geoengineering that governments all around the world are doing on record? So I just wanted to correct the record on that and just kind of straighten that out. Let me get to this apocalypse news. NSA scours Pacific Ocean for huge object that caused sonic boom after falling from space. So this is a wild story. An object takes a weird path and then falls to the Earth just off the coast of the state of Washington. So strong, it creates a sonic boom, and when it lands, which was in the ocean, it penetrated so deep that it caused an earthquake that shook the Earth for 30 seconds. Okay, well, they said, it looks like maybe it's a meteor, but what's the problem? They can't find the object. So massive object enters the atmosphere, creates a sonic boom, causes a 30-second earthquake, everybody sees it, they can't find it. Where is it? What is it? These are the mysteries of our planet. Only 2/3 of Generation Z identify as exclusively heterosexual. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this, I'll just ask you this. Is this organic? Or is this trained? Is this nurtured? Again, only 2/3 of Generation Z identify as exclusively heterosexual. Do you believe that is organic, or do you believe that is nurtured by the media, and is that part of a dehumanizing, depopulation agenda? I'm just asking. You can decide for yourself, but you've seen the evidence. The Exorcist Priest performs mass exorcism on hundreds in Ethiopia. I have to tell you, this gave me a brilliant idea. We need to bring this priest to America, and the next time there's a Trump protest, whether it be in Portland or LA or New York or DC, we just need to have this exorcist do an exorcism on all those brainwashed Satan minions. I think that might actually help. Blood rain pours down in Russian freak weather event, prompting biblical plague panic. Now, this is interesting to me. I would say, if you want to be kind of real with this, so you can see the images, the blood red rain, the images in the street of the redness. It's pretty eerie, and you know that this is biblical. But here's the difference. Perhaps in biblical times when the Bible was being recorded, or at least those times were being recorded, perhaps they didn't have the knowledge and the science that we have now to identify why it was red. Now we do, and we know that it has to do with chemicals in the air and the water causing it to look red. In this case, it's a local nickel and copper processing plant, but maybe they didn't know that in biblical days. But maybe it is all the time. I don't know. Maybe there's another planet entering our solar system. Maybe Jesus is getting ready to return. I don't know here. I'm just reading the news. That's all I'm doing. All right, now let me get into the stack of news with violence by the left. First of all, Brandon Strzok, who I spoke with today, he's going to be joining us. He's going to be joining the Alex Jones Show next Tuesday and joining us in the War Room. He's the guy that started #Walkaway. He's doing a huge media campaign right now. He was just on with Charles Payne. He goes out yesterday and he gets harassed trying to buy a camera and a light and a microphone so he can do more broadcasts and do more interviews. And he gets harassed now because they say he's alt-right and now he's a Nazi. So now a liberal former Democrat who started #Walkaway is being harassed by the radical left. If you think that's going to stop him, you're wrong. You just made it more powerful. How about this from Mark Lamont Hill, the CNN quote-unquote expert, or like CNN moron. He says, I actually don't advocate throwing drinks on people, not at all. But yes, I think MAGA hats deliberately reflect a movement that conjures racism, homophobia, xenophobia, etc. So yes, it's a little harder to feel sympathy when someone gets Coca-Cola thrown on them. Okay, so you want to compare people that wear MAGA hats to Nazis and KKK, and then you want to say you don't want people to harass them. I mean, see, this is them talking on both sides of the mouth. So they want you to go harass Trump supporters. They want you to be violent, but they're saying, we don't want you to be violent. These people just want to kill you and you know, put you in prison camps and gas you to death. But don't be violent to them. Just be nice to them. They hate you. They're the worst racists on the planet, but be nice to them. But give me a break, Mark Lamont Hill. But here's what's going to happen, folks. If this continues, you're going to start seeing class action style lawsuits. It won't be class action because I don't know if you can do it against individuals. But there's going to be some sort of action legally, litigation against Mark Lamont Hill, against Maxine Waters. In fact, Maxine Waters has already had lawsuits against her. So as the violence increases, the people calling for the violence like CNN and the Democrats, you're going to have your day in court. It might not be tomorrow, but you're going to have it. Here's another douche, teacher. Mike Stoochberry. Folks mad that I said kid who lost his MAGA cap and drink thrown on him got off easy. I just think he learned a valuable lesson in personal responsibility. Yeah, the left is intolerant, a bunch of, I'll leave it at that. You want to offend, be prepared to face the consequences. And then he says a MAGA cap, like it or not, is incredibly loaded. It may not be a Klan hood or a Nazi armband, but the people who have suffered or been attacked by the current U.S. administration, it's a metaphorical punch to the gut. No, it's the people that support Trump that get attacked by radicals like you. And so here they are again. Oh, you know, I don't want violence to Trump supporters. They're just Nazis and racists and KKK members. But don't be violent to them. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now, in fact, somebody go to Breitbart and see where this is at. This list on Breitbart, rap sheet, 133 acts of media-approved violence and harassment against Trump supporters. This started at 68. 24 hours ago. It's now up to 133, and it will be increasing because this attack on Alan Dershowitz, in fact, there's 3 videos I have here. How long are these videos? Let's go ahead, just roll clip 8 right now.
Who the president?
There's a 30-year-old stealing a MAGA cap and cursing out a 16-year-old Trump supporter. He's been arrested.
Okay. He's gonna do rape in my
So that's very loving and wonderful. Let's now roll. You know what? Let's just go to clip 7 now. Listen to Alan Dershowitz on Tucker Carlson last night.
But at a, people talk about parties as if that's something serious. I don't care about parties. I'm invited to too many. But at a party this week on Martha's Vineyard, a woman said, if Dershowitz were here tonight, I'd stab him through the heart. This is a Martha's Vineyard woman saying she would stab me through the heart.
Now that is not even on the Breitbart rap sheet, so it's at least 134. Here's another one. I don't have time to play the video. You guys can roll the B-roll from 6, actually. Just roll the B-roll from a local Florida news station there. Man punched, dragged 30 feet by car for having a Trump flag in his yard. That is also not on the rap sheet. So this rap sheet, just with the news that I have on the show from today, has already gone up at least 2. This will be up to 200 or more when it's all said and done. Now, are you going to find a liberal outlet that can put a rap sheet together like this about Trump supporters or Trump inciting violence? No. No. It's all on the radical left. It's all on the Maxine Waters. It's all on the Chuck Schumers, the Nancy Pelosi's. It's all on CNN. It's all on MSNBC. And then you want to make fun of us, saying they want to start a civil war, when they're calling us Nazis and racists, lying about us, and trying to incite violence. CNN, MSNBC, and all the other fake news out there combined with the Democrat Party are domestic terrorists. Yes, they are domestic terrorists. And I know that Media Matters is watching right now, and all of David Brock's little minions are watching right now, and you're probably getting ready to write a story. Ooh, Infowar says the Democrat Party and CNN are domestic terrorists. Well, guess what? I'm not backing off that. In fact, I'm doubling down. They are absolutely 100% domestic terrorists, without a doubt. The Democrat Party, CNN, and MSNBC, and all the fake news reporters out there at the New York Times and Washington Post, you are domestic terrorists. I'm not backing down. I'm not taking it back. I'm doubling down. I'll triple down. I'll quadruple down. You are domestic terrorists. Now, I dare any liberal media outlet to challenge me on that to a live interview. They never will because they know that I'm right. But before you write your articles, just know how big of a coward you are, that you'd rather sit behind your computer and print out an article instead of doing a live interview challenging me on my stance that the Democrat Party is a terrorist organization and that CNN and MSNBC are now domestic terrorists. Yes, I stand by that 110%. Challenge me with that on a live interview, and you will realize that I'm right. But of course, you won't do that because you know I'm right already. Now, I'm going to pitch you a video that we put together to prove everything I've just said. In the meantime, please go to InfoWarsStore.com. Now, I'm telling you this today because we've got the Second American Revolution 4th of July super sale at InfoWarsStore.com. That's free shipping and 50% off top-selling supplements like Brain Force Plus, Super Male, and Super Female Vitality. We just saw the story come out today. Hawaii is banning most sunscreens because of the toxic chemicals that they have in them. That's why we have the all-natural sunscreen at InfoWarsStore.com. So again, we knew all this. We gave you the organic sunscreen. They didn't. So again, InfoWars is ahead of the curve. But folks, I am telling you, now is the time to support us, A, because of the legal battles we're in. But really right now, I'm just telling you this. I had discussions with Alex Jones earlier today. We have plans to launch InfoWars to the next level. Now, this is not how we originally planned on doing this. This is kind of not really an audible per se, but let's just say striking while the iron's hot. We've already reached our threshold as far as the next expansion is concerned, thanks to you at InfoWarsStore.com. But Alex has put the pedal to the metal, and he wants to double down on the expansion. But we need you to fill our fuel tank by going to InfoWarsStore.com. Now, here's why InfoWars needs to dominate. Take a look at the domestic terrorists on CNN, on MSNBC, and the Democrat Party trying to start a civil war in this country. And in the meantime, do what the left can't do, and stay classy, InfoWarriors.
And it goes on, and you see the people that he hires that are in his administration, and we see that this now becomes the last battle of the Civil War. And we're fighting it right now. and we're going to win. We're going to win.
And so how are you guys planning to disrupt them throughout the day?
Starting with everything from checkpoint blockades to traffic blockades. The plan is to make the entire inauguration a total cost.
Nobody's really supposed to know about me.
So the Chicago protest, when they shut all that was us. It was more him than me, but none of this is supposed to come back to us because we want it coming from people. We don't want it to come from the party.
Yesterday he was a monster, a racist, a misogynist, and today, well, he's our president. We must give him a chance. We're not giving him a chance. No peace, no peace, no Trump, no peace, no Trump.
You have members of your cabinet that have been booed out of restaurants. Who have protesters taking up at their house. Who saying no peace, no sleep. No peace, no sleep. And guess what? We're going to win this battle.
Divisions along party lines and fears over immigration have raised concerns for the ultimate fate of the U.S. Almost a third of Americans polled said they thought a second civil war was possible.
But at a party this week on Martha's Vineyard, a woman said, if Dershowitz were here tonight, I'd stab him through the heart. This is a Martha's Vineyard woman.
Furthermore, the same poll indicated that roughly 60% of Americans believe that backlash to Donald Trump's policies could turn violent. The debate surrounding Trump's immigration policies and media fuming over it, the gun control debate, and the White House and the intelligence community not getting along, that has been quite explosive at times.
Jeff Good says a man he doesn't know pulled up to his house and told him he needed to take down this flag in his front yard. Good says when he told him no, the man punched him.
Right in the face. In fact, he got to use like a claw method.
Good says instinctively he tried to hit him back, but got his arm stuck in the man's car as he sped off.
This is where it happened.
Good says he was dragged about 30 feet.
That plan is a campaign to make America white again.
And I finally, comrades, I believe with all my heart and soul that this is a party that will lead the revolution to take the White House down, that will make the United States of America a socialist country. The young people in this room will see it. The young people in this room will feel it. So all power to the youth, all power to the revolution. Black Lives Matter. Cease and wear them.
You work for the other column. You work for the other side. You work for the other side. While they round up your Latina brothers and sisters, you take their money. You take their money. You are the racist.
ICE is not welcome in this country. HSI is not welcome. I don't support what they do. I think it's a blasphemy.
We're really calling on the community to say that this is not okay, that we're going to fight back. We're not going to let people just disappear like this.
Again, Oakland Police Department confirming this had to do with a federal criminal search warrant that had to do with human sex trafficking of juveniles. That's really information that we just received moments ago.
Something like, is your nickname herpes because you're not necessarily the most dangerous person in the administration, but you're very unpleasant, totally incurable, and you always show up when we're about to get
If you vote for Trump, then you, the voter, you, not Donald Trump, are standing at the border like Nazis going, you here, you here. And I think we now have to flip it into giving the evilness of Donald Trump.
This has become an authoritarian state, and we need a grassroots effort today. Build up the tension. We have to turn this into a 3-day story. And what I want people to do is to commit, just like I will, that we would go to Washington, D.C. if such a crazy, insane act occurred, and we would lay down in front of the tanks.
Well, I'll join a million other people surrounding the United States Capitol. I will stand there. I will put Bill, let me tell you something. This judge goes through for the rest of at least all of our lives. It's a regular court. That's it. It's over.
Combined with the White House and the Congress.
Well, yes, and this is the last American president.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, in a gasoline station, you come out and you create a crowd. And you just back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anyhow.
Do something about your dad's and racial practices, you feckless.
What's Uncle Tom for white women who disappoint other white women?
One way you get rid of Trump is crashing the economy. So please bring on the recession.
When's the last time an actor assassinated the president?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
There are politicians who are irresponsibly calling for the harassment of anybody who feels different, who thinks differently than they do. So they're calling for violence. And what this is going to lead to is there's going to be some casualties in that. And it's the beginning of a civil war between Americans. When American politicians are telling people to mob up and harass anybody who feels differently, then it's the end of free speech, it's the end of free thought.
You realize that when you spread the links from Infowars.com, when you spread the videos, you are changing the world. It's you that has to feed it.
Support good oral health with our one-of-a-kind Super Blue fluoride-free products. Infowars Life brings you a revolutionary toothpaste blend with iodine and nano-silver designed to deliver a powerful clean. Enjoy a minty fresh flavor made with peppermint oil or try our bubblegum flavor. Pair this groundbreaking toothpaste with Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and supercharge your oral health. Our amazing mouthwash features natural oils and ancient ingredients used in Aboriginal and biblical times. Instead of containing fluoride, our Super Blue line is loaded with the good halogen iodine and an array of other beneficial compounds that have been hand-selected for their oral health benefits. Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and toothpaste are the first and only to contain all of these natural ingredients: xylitol, nano-silver, and iodine. Notice the difference with our Super Blue fluoride-free products. Refresh your breath and invigorate your oral health routine at InfoWarsStore.com. That's InfoWarsStore.com. Staying healthy on the go is just as important as staying healthy at home. But sometimes supplements don't work fast enough. That's why Infowars Life has created a powerful new addition to the Super Blue line. Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle. Available in 1 ounce, 3.5 ounce, and 16 ounce bottles, Immune Gargle is perfect for the bathroom, kitchen, or wherever you go. The incredible new purifying formula is dentist recommended for daily use whenever you feel like you need to stay clean. As a powerful hand purifier or oral cleansing formula, just a small spray will help you stay clean when you feel surrounded by toxins. With powerful yet simple ingredients, Immune Gargle features Silver Sol Nano Silver for a powerful cleansing alternative. With Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle, staying toxin-free is easy and affordable. Help stop the spread of toxins and stay healthy with Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle. Only available at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com. Guaranteeing your food independence is a crucial part of prepping. Between debt crises, natural disasters, or even simple power outages, having a supply of storable meals is crucial. With Infowars Life Select Storable Food, you can make sure you and your family are ready for any emergency. With drinks, snacks, and meals in amounts ranging from 72 hours to a full year, there's no better place to look for healthy, easy, and incredible meals. Including meals such as traveler stew, home-style potato soup, and a variety of other meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Infowars Life Select Storable Food will help you eat comfortably in a time of need. They even work great for camping. Simply pack a 72-hour kit to go and you have easy to cook and transport food for you and your loved one's trip. Don't be caught surprised by an emergency. Make sure you're stocked up today with all the food you need for an affordable price with Infowars Life Select Storable Foods.
Extended-wise, the latest product from InfoWarsLife.com fuses all the known compounds that have been proven to be good for our heart and cardiovascular system. And listen, everybody's got a heart. Well, actually, maybe Hillary and Soros, but everybody else has a heart, and this product is amazing. So, if you have a heart, you want the very best product out there that's designed to aid a healthy heart cardiovascular system, it's Extended-wise, available at InfoWarsLife.com. And like all of our products are game changers, this baby is the most souped-up, awesome version the top formulators can come up with and still be affordable. It's one of the very best heart pills out there. It's Extended-wise. So, get some for yourself and family and friends. It's got the very best fish oil from the fjords. It's very pure, very clean, and has the EPA type that is specifically good for the heart cardiovascular system. It's got the properly formulated type of CoQ10 and more. It is Extended-wise, now available at InfoWarsLife.com.
Our team is always looking for new ways to improve our products. That's why we created the newest version of a fan favorite formula, the Real Red Pill Plus. The Real Red Pill Plus contains the powerful pregnenolone formula, now with an added energy boost. Now, you can support your heart, brain, and aging process with an added natural energy boost. The proprietary energy blend includes powerful ingredients like green tea extract, yerba mate leaf extract, and more, paired with the powerful ingredients in the original Real Red Pill formula. The Real Red Pill has just what you need to support your body while getting the pick-me-ups to get you through the day. The Real Red Pill Plus is a powerful investment into the future of your mind and body. Don't miss out on the all-new upgrade to your favorite product. Head to InfoWarsStore.com and get the Real Red Pill Plus today. Real Red Pill Plus is on sale now while supplies last.
This 4th of July is special. Everybody can see it, they can feel it. The globalists are attempting to kill a worldwide awakening to their tyranny. And America, yet again, is at the heart of the resistance to globalists. That's why this 4th of July I'm asking all of our race supporters to think about Infowars now more than ever. And what would the world be like if Infowars wasn't there resisting the globalists? What would have happened if you hadn't supported Infowars? We would not be having the victories we have today. So yes, a lot of good things are happening, but the enemy is striking back. So please, think about Infowars and funding our operation while you get great products at the same time on the 4th of July that's so historic. We have record sales going on right now. Free shipping on hundreds of different items. More than 20 items are 50% off, like Rainforest Plus, X2 40% off, Knockout Sleep Aid 1776, Silver Bullets $9.95 Colloidal Silver, and free shipping. You can't beat that. This 4th of July is special, and our sales are special to match it. InfoWarsStore.com.